Oh, was that a text? Just Gmail. Wish I had some more raw friends. You guys, I know how it's feeling. If you're going raw and you're like, man, I am the black sheep. I have no friends who are also raw. This is crazy. I want to just go be like everybody else and have fun. Well, you definitely can, but you know, there's going to be some changes that happen to your social circle as a result of being a raw foodist. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how I navigate that situation. So, are you ready? Let's go! What's up, Raw Rebels? Blake here. Welcome back to the Raw Food Lifestyle. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are well. And my intention for this channel, as always, is to be a resource for you on your raw food journey in order to help you look, feel, and function your best. Now, if you have started your journey and you made up your mind, hey, I'm gonna give this thing a try. I'm going to start eating more salads and replacing a few meals a week with raw foods. Or I'm gonna hop on a juice fast and see if I can do a juice fast over the weekend and then extend it to a week. Or maybe I'm just going to dive head first. I've been vegan for 10 years and this raw vegan thing keeps coming up and I want to give it a try. That is going to start to change you fundamentally as a person the cleaner your diet becomes. The raw vegan diet, raw foods, that is the natural diet of human beings. So when you get back to eating how you're naturally supposed to eat, then all the gunk and the toxins that you have been consuming are going to start getting cleaned out and eliminated. And in the process of getting cleaned out and eliminated, that can be very uncomfortable. For example, today I'm on day 7 of a juice fast and my energy has just been like yo-yoing today. I'm like, whoa. And I'm actually so happy about that because that tells me that my body is doing what we need to trust our bodies to do, which is to heal itself by giving it the right conditions conducive to health, being raw foods primarily, or even more extreme, a juice fast, even more extreme than that, a water fast, and beyond that, a dry fast. Okay, so as those detox symptoms, as they're called, or some people call them healing crises, are happening to your physical body when you change your lifestyle and start eating more clean, external changes, such as in your social sphere, are also going to start taking place. And I just find this so fascinating because it seems like these changes happen literally by themselves. It's almost like the universe is matching your external reality to your internal reality, which that's basically, as far as I understand, how the world works. But it takes no effort of your own, which I just think is remarkable. You know, for example, a lot of people have really been interested and really given me amazing support, and they think it's so cool that I'm doing this. They know my background. They know that, you know, I'm coming into this lifestyle a little later than in life. I've been raw for a little bit over 6 months. And I'm 39 years old. I technically started when I was 38, so at least I can say I started as a raw foodist when I was 38 years old. And prior to that, yes, I was eating cooked food and animal products, but the cornerstone of how I looked at my diet has been very clean, very solid for 2.5 decades. Just whole foods, no processed foods, not a lot of extra sauces and oils, and having a little cheat meal once in a while, but preparing most of my food at home. it was very, very natural and very easy for me to, steam some rice, bake some potatoes, grill some chicken, make a salad, and so on and so forth. So coming into the raw lifestyle was actually a super easy transition for me. And I immediately noticed not just the sort of detox symptoms, like the energy lulls and maybe a headache, or like when I did my first juice fast, eliminating mucoid plaque, like wow. But I also noticed the amazing benefits of feeling more energy, watching my skin get more supple, watching my hair kind of like change texture and get softer yet thicker. People around me, like people at the gym, being like, "Whoa, you look great. You look full of energy. You look vibrant." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." Like that. I try to take compliments like seriously. When people give you a compliment, don't just shrug it off and be like, "Oh, thanks," or just trying to be like you, or you know what I mean. Be like, take a second, connect with that person, and be like, "No, really, thank you for saying that. Like, I really appreciate your support." But not everybody is going to support you like that. And that's totally cool. You'll be posting, your, like me, day 7 of your juice fast, or this delicious salad that you made. And you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this instead of takeout tonight." And some people might be making some sort of comment on your Instagram feed, or they might be like, asking you a question, but asking it in a way that you're like, "Are you asking me a question? Or are you just like in a sly fashion telling me how you feel about this and that you don't approve?" And I've received the whole gamut of it. And my strategy for navigating that is that I just try to treat everyone with love and respect. That's all that we're here to do. I try to keep an open mind for everyone's lifestyle choices. And that goes back to me, having been on the other side of the healthy river. I don't know how to say it, but the other side of the healthy bridge. I was very overweight, obese, and unhealthy as a teenager, and I had this whole glow up. And like I said, that was 2.5 decades ago, and I've been consistent with my health and fitness, so I can really empathize and relate to people who are, perhaps struggling with making good food choices. I'm also a personal trainer and yoga instructor, and I've helped thousands of people on their fitness journey. And the food thing is the biggest number one thing. I've had clients just do everything perfectly and destroy all their results by having too much cheat meals, or having too much fun on the weekend, or whatever. Okay, so just seeing and having and witnessing that fascinating situation when it comes to the social interplay of how one eats, and then how the way one eats is viewed by others. Should be a textbook about that. I've become very comfortable with being by myself. I've become very comfortable with making my own food at home and reading, watching YouTube. When I was in a relationship, making some food for the both of us, and doing my research, doing my homework when I was getting my degree, and then going to watch just kind of like a brainless show together, like HGTV or Food Network or something, and then going to bed and repeating. I learned that peace and a little bit of structure, a little bit of discipline is all it took to keep my weight loss experience going for this long. So there's not much else I can really tell you guys other than to have some thick skin. Don't take anything personally if anyone's not fully supporting your journey, and let other people decide how much of a part of your life that they want to be. You're not the one who needs to hold people tight if they're hurting you, okay? Or other people that are just maybe just like an acquaintance or somebody, like I said, that you know at the gym, will just come out of the woodwork, come out of nowhere and be like, oh man, that's so cool. I've always wanted to try that. I've always wanted to do a juice fast. I've always wanted to try this raw diet. It actually makes perfect sense to me. It's just, you know, it's a little bit challenging to do. Which, for me, like I said, I have so much practice that maybe it wasn't as challenging for me, but from working with so many clients, I know how it is. So I would love to actually help you personally too. If you want to click the link below, get a freebie, or you can email me, blake@rawfood.lifestyle. All right. So yeah, guys, learn to just really love yourself. And that's what eating this way actually does. It's you're loving your body. And just to kind of conclude this little section, I'll share kind of like an example with you of that. All right, you go to sleep, right? You're not conscious, yet your body's doing all kinds of stuff. It's repairing things, it's healing things, it's resting. That's when you get your gains, is when you're resting. You know, recharging the neurotransmitters, all that stuff. You're not consciously telling your body to do that. That would be just so overwhelming. It would be pretty much impossible to do that. You know, it's pretty much impossible what happens inside the ecosystem of our body. So how does that happen? There is an inherent intelligence to your body. And that inherent intelligence knows when you're doing good things for it. And it responds by feeling good. And you're like, oh, my body feels good. And sometimes your thoughts or your emotions might not be the greatest, but your body, that's why it's called your vessel. You know, your body is here carrying you through this world and through this existence. So I hope that is helpful for you guys. And again, thank you for being here. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Go ahead and punch the like button. Follow me on Instagram @BlakeHerrick_. And again, click the link below for your free grocery guide. And I would love to help you if you want to, you know, grab the bull by the horns and go raw. So until next time, I will talk soon. Peace.